Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of the owl pillow tutorial. So today we are starting right where the talon begins, and I'm going to say owl's foot because I just say that better. Alright, so this is the chart that I'm going to show you. The color changes for the owl, and we're beginning at his foot. So the lighter yellow orangey color is the actual foot part, and then the burgundy is the main owl color. So if you're comfortable working from a chart, go ahead and pause the video once I complete the chart, and then you can just work off of there. But for those who need a little bit more help, I'm coming right back on to show you all how to do the color changes for this step here. Alright guys, so go ahead and pause here. If not, keep the video rolling. Alright, so I'm just working right up to one stitch before the owl's foot, and I'm getting ready to drop the main owl color to the back, and then I'm gonna bring in the orange color that I'm working with for the foot. So whatever color you chose for your foot, go ahead and use that color to bring in on that last pull through too. So I'm just laying the tail at the back, and you want to leave a decent sized tail, that way if you want to weave it in, you can. And then just go ahead and slip it through the last pull through too, and then you're gonna be working over your main pillow color yarn. So I'm just gonna push the burgundy color to the back, which is the main owl color, and then I'm gonna be carrying the main pillow color. Alright, so I'm just dropping that owl color to the back, and then if I need again, I'll be able to float it over. So when you do your floats, you just want to make sure that they're not too tight. It's better to be a little bit loose than tight because it will pull on your work, and it won't look very nice. So just go ahead and drop that main owl color to the back and grab the main pillow color, so that you can work right over top of that. So we're just going to make one stitch of the orange. So we're just going to go right in, yarn over, and pull up that loop. And now we're not going to finish with that orange color. We're going to change color because we have to work the next 2 stitches in the main owl color. So now I'm going to go ahead and drop that orange to the back, and then I'm going to pick up that burgundy, which is my main owl color, and then I'm just going to pull through 2 with with the burgundy color and tighten it down a little bit. And now I'm just going to grab the main pillow color so that I can continue carrying that yarn as I work the next 2 stitches in the main owl color. Alright, so making sure you're working in your back loops only. We'll be doing that for the entire pillow. So on this last stitch, we have to change color again. So we need to go back to the orange. On the last pull through 2, we're going to bring in the orange. So we just need to drop the main owl color again and pick up the foot color, and then we're going to pull it through, and then we're floating the orange over. So you want to make sure you give it a little bit of slack, and you can just hold it or pinch it with your finger to the back, and then that way you can make sure it's not too tight. Alright, so we got that pulled through. So now we're going to still be carrying our main pillow color. So I'm working right into that back loop and pulling up a loop, and now we have to switch back to the main owl color once again. So I'm just dropping the orange to the back, and I'm picking up this main owl color, and then I'm going to pull it through, and now we're going to work over the main pillow color for the next 2 stitches. So we're going to work in our main owl color, working over the main pillow color for the next 2 stitches. Alright, so we're just going to make sure we're working in that back loop only. And then there's our first one, and then the next one. Before we pull through the last 2, we want to drop our color to the back and then pick up that foot color. So we're just going to drop that to the back and pick up our foot color, and pull that through. Make sure you're carrying your yarn, and then work one stitch right over there. Now we have to drop that foot color and pick up our main owl color again, and then we're going to work the next 2 stitches in the main owl color. So right here we're going to be working the 2 stitches in between the foot or the feet. Alright, so we're going to work right in the next 2 stitches using that main owl color. So here's the second one, and before we pull through 2, we need to go ahead and drop the main owl color and pick up the foot color and pull through 2 with that one. And now we're ready to work our next stitch. So we just have to work one of the foot color. So we're just going to be working one of those right into the next stitch. And now we need to go back to the main owl color. So we're dropping that foot color to the back and picking up the main owl color. Pull through that last 2, and then we're going to work over the tan color for 2 more stitches. So here's the first one and the second one, and on this last pull through 2 we need to change color. So drop it to the back and pick up the foot color and use that to pull through, and tighten it down as you go just to neaten it up a little bit. And now we're going to go ahead and work over that for 1 stitch. Now we're going to drop it back and pick up the main owl color, and then we'll work that for 2 stitches. So we just have those 2 stitches right there to work. Oh, let me grab my yarn to work over there. Okay, there we go. So there's the second one, and now we need to go ahead and change back to the foot color one more time. So we'll just go ahead and pull through 2 and work 1 stitch in that foot color. And now we're going to pull through 2 with the main pillow color, and now we're going to be working over the main owl color. So we'll be carrying the main owl color around. So I'm just going to tighten that down a little bit. Alright, so now we're just going to be working in the round, working over our main owl color. So let me pick that up. Alright, so just go ahead and work in the single crochet in the back loops all the way around. And then when we need the orange again, we can just go ahead and float it back over to the other side. So we don't need to carry that one around. We just need to carry the main owl color around. So we'll just be able to float that back over. So just go ahead and working the single crochets in the back loop all the way around until you come back near to the color chart, and then I will meet you back for the next round. Alright, so this is the chart for the next round that we're going to be working on. And if, like I said, if you're comfortable with the chart, then you can just go ahead and pause your video here to see the stitches that you'll need to do for this and the color changes, and then you can come back. You can stay on the video if you need extra help. But this is the chart here, and if this is easy enough for you to follow, then go ahead and pause your video once I have the stitches completed, and you can just work off the chart. I'm just working up to the last stitch from, or the same stitch from the round below. So now I'm on this last stitch here, so I'm going to go ahead and change to my main owl color. Alright, so for this round, we're going to be working one stitch of the main owl color. So go ahead and work over the main pillow color in the back loop and just do one single crochet. Now we need to change to the foot color and do one stitch in the foot color. So then we'll have to change back to the main owl color, and then one foot color, and then one owl, and then one foot color. All right, so the next thing we need to do is one foot color. So we're going to go ahead and grab the foot color and pull it through this last pull through two. And so it's all the way over here, so we need to go ahead and float it over. So I'm just going to make sure I have enough slack, and then I can just tighten it up if I have too much. But see, as I tighten it too much, and then now it's pulling, so we don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna give a little bit more give and hold it right about there, and that should be good enough. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the foot color and then pull it through so that it's ready to work for the next stitch. So I'm just holding it down, that way I don't lose the slack I had, and I'm just gonna tighten down this burgundy a little bit. Okay, and I got to make sure I'm working over the main pillow color. Okay, so now I'm going to work one stitch in this in the foot color, and I have to change back to the main owl color and pull through two so that I'm ready to work the next stitch. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and work the next stitch in the main owl color, and now we have to drop that and go right back to the foot color. So I'm going to pull that through and work one stitch in that foot color, making sure you're working over the main pillow color for each stitch. That helps to maintain the fabric thickness. So now we have to drop the foot color and pick up the main owl color again. So I'm going to pull that through and work one stitch for that. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and pick up the foot color and work one stitch of that. Whoops. All right, so one stitch of the foot color, and then I'm going to drop that. We're right here on the chart, and so the next 4 stitches need to be in the main owl color. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 stitches in the main owl color between the feet. So now I'm going to go ahead and pick up my main owl color and drop the orange to the back. And then I'm going to carry my main color for the pillow. All right, so we're going to work 4 stitches of the main owl color. So here's 1, here's 2, 3, and 4. Now on the 4th stitch, we're going to go ahead and drop the burgundy and pick up the orange. And we're just going to float it over a little bit. So make sure you have a little bit of slack so that it's not pulling on the other side of the fabric. And then we'll pull through 2. And now we're going to do the same sequence on this side. So we need to do 1 in the orange for the foot color. And now we're going to drop that to the back and pick up the main owl color and work 1 stitch in that. And making sure I'm working over the main pillow color. And now we're going to drop that and pick up the foot color. And now we're going to go ahead and work 1 stitch of the foot color. All right, and now we're going to work 1 stitch of the main owl color. So we need to drop that to the back Okay, so work one stitch of the main owl color, and now we're going to pick up the orange and work another foot color. So I'm just going to pull that through so that it'll be ready to work the next stitch. And let me grab the main pillow color to work over top. Okay, and now we need to drop that foot color and pick up the main owl color. And now we're going to work one stitch in that main owl color. So we're just going to work that last stitch in the main owl color, and then we're going to change, oops, okay, there you go. So now we're going to drop that, let me drop that owl color to the back and pull through with my main pillow color, because now we're going to be ready to work the rest of the stitches in the main pillow color all the way around. Alright, so we just finished these two rounds here doing the foot, and now we're going to be working into the leg area. So if you're feeling comfortable with the chart, go ahead and work off the chart, because there's not going to be too many color changes with that. But I will come back to show you that next round. But I'll show you how to do the chart first. Alright, so here we are working this first round of the leg portion. And you can see the stitches as I place them on the chart, how to work those. So if you feel comfortable enough, go ahead and pause your video when I have these stitches finished, and then you can check that out, how to work those color changes from the chart here. However, I will be back to show you this round together. Alright. Okay, so I'm working just up into the stitch right before the chart starts, and we're going to work this first stitch here in the main owl color. So it's just one stitch before the color work. So we're going to work 3 of those in that main owl color. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to change to our foot color, and we're going to be working the leg portion here. So we're going to work 3 stitches in that foot color. So I need to float it back over, making sure I give myself enough slack. And once I feel like I have enough, I'm just going to pinch it down in the back and hold it there. And now I'm going to pull through so that I'm ready to work my next stitches. And if you feel like you need to tighten up a little bit, you can. Just want to make sure it's not too tight. Okay, so once you have all that straightened out, we're ready to work the next 3 stitches. Working over the main pillow color. So making sure the owl color is to the back. Alright. Okay, so I just had to loosen that up just a little bit. Okay, so now we're ready to go ahead and work the next 3 stitches. Alright, here's the first, second, and third. And on this last 3rd stitch, I'm not going to pull through with that. I'm going to change color and pull through with the main owl color. And so now we're going to be working the next, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have 6 stitches here of the main owl color. So here's the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Alright, so on this last one, we need to switch back. Oops. On this last one, we're going to go ahead and switch back to our foot color, so that means we need to float it back over to where we are, and we're going to be working the next 3 stitches in that foot color. So I'm just going to float that back over and bring it through, making sure I have enough slack. Alright, so we're going to be working over our main pillow color and using this foot color for the next 3 stitches. So here's our last stitch. So now we need to make sure we change color back to the main owl color on that last pull through 2. Alright, so I'm just tighten that down a little bit. And we're going to work over the main pillow color the next 3 stitches. So here's 1, 2, let me do that one over. Here's 2, and 1 more, 3. So on this last pull through 2, we need to switch to our main pillow color, because now we're going to be working in the round, and we're going to work over our main owl color all the way around until we get back to our color work section. Alright, so that's pretty much all I'm going to show you guys on camera today. This is what it looks like so far. So the rest of the rounds will be on the charts, so I will just pop those in how I did the last video, and you'll just be working off the charts from here. Alright, here they go. This is round 13. So for this round, you're going to work up to the same stitch from the round below. And you're going to do 3 stitches in the OC, which is owl color, and 3 stitches in the FC, which is the foot color. 6 stitches in the owl color, 3 stitches in the foot color, and then 3 stitches in the owl color. I know I said that kind of fast, but go ahead and pause the video, and you can read it up on the screen and take your time. But I was just reading it to you so that you can be familiar with the abbreviations that I have on the screen. Alright, so this is round 14. And for round 14, you're going to go ahead and work up to 1 stitch before the color work from the round below. You're going to do 4 stitches in the owl color, 3 stitches in the foot color, 6 stitches in the owl color, 3 stitches in the foot color, 4 stitches in the, and then 4 stitches in the owl color. Alright, so this is round 15, and for round 15, you're going to need to go ahead and work up to the same stitch from the round below. You're going to do 4 stitches in the owl color, 3 stitches in the foot color, 6 stitches in the owl color, 3 stitches in the foot color, and then 4 stitches in the owl color. Okay, so this is round 16, and for round 16, you need to work up to 1 stitch before the color work from the round below, and then you're just going to work 22 stitches across in the owl color. So for round 17, you're just going to work up to the same stitch from the round below. You're going to do 22 stitches in the owl color. Okay, for the next round, which is round 18, you're going to work up to 1 stitch before the color work from the round below. Then you're going to work 24 stitches across in the owl color. For round 19, you're just going to go ahead and work up to the same stitch from the round below, and then you're going to work 24 stitches in the owl color. For round 20, you're going to work up to the same stitch from the round below, and then you're going to work 24 stitches across in the owl color. Alright, so for round 21, you're going to work up to the same stitch from the round below, and you're going to work 24 stitches across in the owl color. For round 22, you're going to go ahead and work up to the same stitch from the round below, and then you're going to work 24 stitches across in the owl color. For round 23, you're going to work up to 1 stitch after the color work started from the round below, and then you're going to work 22 stitches across in the owl color. For round 24, you're going to work up to the same stitch from the round below, and then you're going to work 22 stitches across in the owl color. Alright, so this is round 25. And for round 25, you're just going to work up to 1 stitch after the color work started from the round below. And you're going to work 20 stitches across in the owl color. So this is the last round that I'm going to complete with you all today. And next time for part 3, we will pick up where the beak begins and work all of the color work in the facial feature, so make sure you bring your scraps for that, as well as finish up the owl graph. So we'll be finished with that in the next part. Alright, so I'll see you for part 3. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.